Hey everybody, guess who is back? It's been so long since I've filmed a video and I'm so excited to be creating for the channel again. Today I am here with a 10 to 12 minute ab workout that I did after my upper body day the other day, so let's get into it. Grab your mat and follow along. We are going to start in a bear plank today, so get on your hands and knees, ground into the balls of your feet, lift your knees a couple inches off the ground, and to warm up we're going to transition back into a downward dog and back down into a bear. So you're going to inhale at the bottom, exhale at the top, and just follow along with me as I do these. I think I did about 10 or 12. Just going back and forth from bear into our downward dog. Just a couple more. Keep breathing along with the movement. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Almost there. This one definitely burns your legs a little bit too. I highly recommend doing this after a leg day. So now we're going to hold in bear for a little bit. Take a deep breath. And we are going to start stepping back with our right leg leading the way. And in and out. We're going to do about 10 to 12 each side, depending on what you can handle. Make sure you're pulling your belly button to spine and keeping your back as flat as possible. Do this in front of a mirror if you can, but if not, just try and be very conscious to keep your back as level as a table. I try and imagine that there's, a glass of wine on my back or something. And now we're leading with the left side. In, out, pull in, and out. Just breathing normally, no special breathing pattern. Just make sure that your breaths are nice and even and you are pulling your belly button to spine as much as you can. Just a couple more on the left side. Keep going. Nice even pace. And we are going to push back into downward dog. And that concludes just the quick warm up for our abs. You can pedal the feet, stretch your hamstrings, kind of use this time to realign and regulate your breath again, open your chest. Use this time as well to rest your shoulders after the pressure that was on them. I know that I think I did a shoulder and chest day this day when I filmed this, so my arms were definitely burning. So I needed this downward dog for sure. We're going to ease back down now onto our hands and knees. Kind of get set up again. Take a deep breath. Realign, make sure you're pulling belly button to spine, and we're going to push back once again into a downward facing dog. From your downward dog, you are going to ripple your spine and transition into a plank and push back into a frog and forward. Again, keeping your belly button pulled to your spine as much as you can. This one's pretty difficult to keep belly button to spine. You can see I was trying there as much as I could. Try your best to do between 10 to 15 of these. Exhale forward and inhale as you bring your glutes to your heels. I like to pretend that I have a beach ball underneath me while I do moves like this. It really helps me keep my belly button to spine, and it really helps me ripple forward and keeps my back nice and flat. We're on our very last one, and you're going to set your knees down, and let's take a quick child's pose to again reset and get ready for our next set of movements. Come on up now, and we are going to move to the front of our mats. Depending on what your setup is right now, you may want to fold something, like maybe fold your yoga mat, get a towel or a small pillow to put underneath your tailbone. If you are not familiar with putting pressure on that area, we are going to be waking up the spine and doing some C curves. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale your chest forward, exhale back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, open your shoulder blades. Inhale forward again, looking up to the ceiling, and just kind of move with this and flow with your own breathing rhythm. Just enjoying this movement, especially after being in those planks for so long. Now you're going to exhale as far back as is comfortable for you, making sure you're keeping your core nice and tight and your belly button pulling in as much as you can. And when you're ready, we are going to inhale and twist to the side. Exhale, close to center. Inhale, open the other arm. Exhale, close to center. And then we're going to inhale, sit up straight. Exhale, sit right back, and keep going. Try to follow this inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale breathing pattern. Just go at your own pace. Just do as much as you can. If you want to up the challenge a little bit, you can straighten your legs out to the front. It's a little bit harder on your lower back if you don't have a strong lower core, so keep that in mind. If you decide to straighten your legs, it might put some strain on your lower back and on your quads. So if that's a little bit too much for you, that's perfectly fine. You can bend your legs again. But if you are sticking it out with me, make sure that your quads and your feet are nice and flexed to keep yourself stabilized while we inhale open, exhale closed, inhale sit up straight, and exhale sit right. Let's give those shoulders a break and stretch our hips and open up our chest as we prepare for our next set of moves by going into a bridge. Nice deep breath. Nice stretch. You can hang your head back if that's comfortable. Come back down. You can do that again, or you can join me and straighten your legs and come right up into a full reverse plank and just stretch the entire front body just for one big breath. Okay, so we are going to set up for our next move. We're going to be doing one of my favorites that I've been working on recently for myself, a crab hip thrust to a pull through. So we're going to exhale as we pull through and inhale as we push our hips up. So exhale, inhale, exhale. This one is a challenge, so honestly, do your best. The key here, I find, to get your hips as high as possible is to make sure that you're pushing out of your shoulders. You don't want to be caving your shoulders in, scrunching your shoulders up. You want to keep your neck nice and long and keep your shoulder blades pulling down. Definitely try to stay up and out of your shoulders. So we're going to take a little bit of a rest, stretch our shoulders out, and do a nice forward fold. Just opening up the back and getting ready for our next set. So we're going to be doing 2 sets of between 12 to 15. Do your best and forget the rest, as I heard Tony Horton say one time when I was doing P90X back in the day. So pull your hips through, inhale, and exhale. Did anyone else here do P90X when that was a big deal? Comment below and let me know if you also got caught up in the whirlwind of exercise programs that came out back in the day. P90 was definitely one of the first ones I did, and then I moved on to the Insanity and the T25 series. I think we all remember the Insanity. That was the Insanity program. So let me know below if you also did any of these and if you completed them. So at the end of our set, you are going to gently bring your hips back down. We're going to straighten our legs again. Let's do a nice shoulder stretch. Take a big deep breath. Feel free to do a little forward fold as well, depending on your range of motion. And come back up. Give those shoulders a little massage. I know my shoulders were actually really warm after doing that. So just take this time to do whatever stretches or any type of dynamic movement that you need to do to ease the tension in your shoulders before we move on to our very last exercise. I am so sorry, not sorry. We are back in our bear position, and you're gonna make sure that your hips are aligned with your knees, the wrists under shoulders, pull that belly button to spine, get that back nice and flat, and we're going to be twisting from side to side. We're going to do 20 of these for 2 sets each, and you can stick with this version here, taking your time. Nice breathing pattern, nice easy breathing, and if you want to take it up a notch, you can lift a leg. This is my favorite version. You're going to lift your leg out, kick, twist the other side, lift that leg, and kick. I know I said no special breathing pattern before, but if you're gonna do this twist with a leg lift, a really strong exhale definitely helps as you lift that leg. So if you're doing this version, definitely try and establish a good breathing pattern. So you're going to exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale as you transition, exhale as you kick that leg out. And keep going with whatever version or modification you've decided to stick with. We're almost at the end. My form started to get a little rusty there at the end because honestly, I was feeling it. Quick breath back in downward dog, and we are going to do that all over again. So ripple forward back into that bear plank. Let's open up the spine a little bit, get some spinal movement. So breathe in and breathe out, and a nice even rhythm as you move your spine around. Breathe into a cow and cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, pull belly button to spine, and just move intuitively however feels good to you at this time, just to release any pressure in your hips and your lower back. And we are ready for round 2. So flatten everything out, belly button to spine, lift those knees, and you can go right into lifting the leg if that's the version that you did in the last set. Or if you feel like you need a little downgrade in intensity, feel free to just twist without lifting that leg. But I was feeling really energetic at this point. I think I caught second wind, so I'm definitely going to be lifting that leg. So props to you if you're joining me, and of course props to you if you are still going, regardless of what version you've decided to go with. We're almost done, just a few more. Remember to give a nice strong exhale every time you lift that leg, and back into downward dog. Nice big deep breath here. Push the floor away from you and take all of the stress out of your shoulders. Evenly distribute your weight between your hands and your feet, and you can pedal your heels here before settling your knees back down. Flip your palms up to the sky and press your glutes back to your heels for a child's pose. This variation in child's pose with the arms really helps to release all of that tension in your shoulders, and we definitely put a lot of pressure on our shoulders today. Once you're ready to come back up, take your time, don't bother risking getting a head rush, and that is the end of the workout. I really hope you guys enjoyed that quick little ab burner. Big shout out to anyone who has stuck with the channel for the last 10 months while I wasn't really filming at all. I finally have the space, time, and energy to be putting my workouts back on this channel, and I'm really excited. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments what kind of workouts you would like me to do next. Thanks again to everyone who has been watching and following along with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!